Hello, Chloe. It is the 2nd of July, 2018, and I'm going to talk to you today about how I budget. So, this is the thing that I use, right? This is I got this off of Reddit some time ago. I don't remember exactly how long. And it's sort of a rudimentary tool that I use in order to get a small semblance of how I should be budgeting things. And I use this in conjunction with my own spending records from my bank, USAA, in order to sort of, piece together what kind of budget I have for things. So, let's get started. This is July. As you can see, I've already put in some of the fixed income and fixed expenses things. These right here are estimates. I don't know if I'm going to get 450. It's a low ball estimate for how many hours I've worked, and so I figure if I put a low ball, just so that if the numbers come out okay, cool. If the numbers don't come out okay, then I'm going to need more accurate numbers and figure things out. But if I low ball it and everything's good, then I'm fine. So that's sort of what I try to do. And these are sort of my fixed expenses. I'm trying to think right now, are there any other fixed expenses that I have? Not necessarily. I know I have to buy petrol and things of that nature, but those are all going to come out of this one. Let's say yesterday, right? Yesterday I purchased. Oh, what did I purchase? I purchased some petrol. I got some vegetable broth. Did I get anything else? I guess I could just call this groceries. Really, I mean, that's what I did. I got groceries. But that's really all I did, and I've actually already thrown away the receipts, and so that's not a very good thing to do. But what I can do instead is I can go to my bank statements and I can look at online, and I can sort of, if I don't haven't written things down on the receipts that I've gotten, then I can just go to bank statements and get it there. So I just look at all my bank statements and everything, and I'm not going to show that here because I'm not going to deal with trying to hide all my information and whatnot. But we have groceries and things like that, and it came out to be around $40. So I'll just kind of put the $40 there. And as you can see, right, the way this spreadsheet works, is that it tells me how much I could have spent that day, and then how much I would need to wait, right? Because the paychecks only come in twice a month, but this sort of models it out that every day I can spend a certain amount of money. Well, that's $4.36 per day because here's the amount I'm making, here's the amount that I have to spend. Thus, discretionary income is this much per day. Now today, I spent even more money because I am not very good at this, but that's fine. And I went and I got some lunch with some work friends, and so that was $17. And so now I'm going even more in the hole, right? You see, like it's just even worse off. And so let's say I didn't want to do anything else, right? If I wanted to really get back onto budget, I would have to not spend any money until the 14th. So that's when I'm going to get my money back, right? Be back in a budget where I can say, oh, I can go buy a Rockstar for 250 and be totally fine. That's not where that goes. Rockstar for 250 and still be on budget, right? And it sort of lets yourself, the budget and the saldo, which is this is the remaining bit, right? Theoretically, right? If for a given day, this is the remaining, but of course, for every day after the last thing you purchase, it's going to auto-fill correctly. But that's sort of how that works. And it's really nice because if I write, oh, pitch number one, it wasn't $450, it was $520. Oh, cool. Now everything gets refixed, right? Now I can see, oh, I could spend money on the ninth and be able to give me things, everything. Cool, 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 cool. But at the same time, right? At the end of the month, I have $145 extra, right? So yes, this budget system lets you see how long it will take you, given a certain budget per day, how long it will take in order to pay off something like buying petrol and groceries on the very first day of the month, and that sort of all works that way. So let's say, for instance, I wanted to go visit mom on the 9th, 8th. Let's see, she has the 9th, the 10th, the 11th off. I'll probably leave on the 8th, like the night of the 8th, and then be there on the 9th, and then come back on the 10th. Possibly something like that. Maybe I'll come back on the 11th, but I'm not sure. Because all right, I'm still working during this time period, so I want to come back at some point. So I might come back on the 10th. I'll have to plan that. But the bus ticket, she's driving me back, so the bus ticket is only one way, and that bus ticket they're usually around $45. So let's just schedule that in for the 8th to leave on a Friday. Oh, damn it! Bus ticket, $45. Okay, again. My budget's getting a little bit smaller. Of course, again, these numbers are going to be bigger. So if I go a little bit over, I'm not too worried about it. And of course, this also does not account for how much money I currently have in the bank. because if I include how much money I currently have in the bank, like I'm pretty sure that's like $800, and then I'm like totally fine, like more than totally fine. So it doesn't really count for that, but it's a good way to make sure you budget every single month because if you come out zero every single month, then you're pretty much living from paycheck to paycheck, right? That's what that is. If you come up a little bit on top, well, then you can just stick that in your savings, which so I'm trying to do and whatever. That way, when you have a month where you have a lot of purchases, you're like, oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I got like $400 from the last couple of months, and I should be good. I should be good to go. And that's sort of how that works. Of course, unexpected bills are the worst thing in the world, and I hate them, and they always show up. So don't think you're like saving money for something fun. You're saving money for something that would be shitty if you hadn't saved money. that's usually that's usually how saving of money goes. That doesn't ever actually. You don't save money to save money. You save money so that you don't get fucked in the future. But anyway, that's sort of how I've budgeted in order to sort of figure out where I'm at in a given month, to sort of see where my budget is on a day by day basis, and like have multiple things per day, and plan things out, but also at the same time look at things that I've already paid for, like these two things, and sort of do that sort of thing. That's how I do my budget. That's how I do it. So yeah, if you want a link to this, you won't be able to edit this because I'm going to share it. I'm going to make a share link, so you won't be able to edit this directly, but you will be able to in Google Docs just make a copy of it. Right, that's what I did. The original one. I made a copy of the budget sheet and called it good. And so you can make a copy of this into your own Google Drive if you want, and you already use this. It's like a nice little free, super easy thing to do. I don't know, something cool. That's what I use. Anyway, Chloe, I will see you tomorrow.